Is there room in a workplace for a sense of humor? Absolutely. Can it backfire horribly? Absolutely. When I started off as a manager, the first thing I realized when I was communicating with others is I had to shut down my sarcasm. As a Gen Xer growing up, sarcasm was my first language, especially as a teenager, much to my parents' chagrin. But I grew up watching these movies that had all these fantastic lines where other people would get shut down, and I just developed this habit. The challenge with sarcasm, though, is that it is always at somebody else's expense. Sarcasm is not a uniting type of humor. It is a dividing type of humor. And I know there might be people out there right now who are saying, well, hey, I'm sarcastic all the time. My team loves it. We always laugh, and it's completely fine. Well, what I would say to that is I bet you one or more members of your team are secretly fearful that they are going to have that sense of humor, that sarcasm directed at them one day, that they are going to become the butt of the joke. Or worse still, it's already happening and they're not in the room and they're unaware of it and they're actually kind of worried and they're concerned. And you don't want somebody on your team feeling like that. And you also don't want to be a manager who's seen as being divisive. There's absolutely nothing for you to gain and so much for you to lose. On the flip side, self-deprecating humor can be applied masterfully. It is really something that can unite your team, and there's really two fantastic benefits. First of all, you can apply self-deprecating humor like a surgical instrument. When there is high tension or high pressure or somebody's under a lot of stress, you can literally slice through it by some well-applied humor, pointing at yourself. That's what's great about self-deprecating humor. You are the subject, therefore you are not hurting somebody else's feelings. The second reason it's so great, not only do you unite your team and you have the ability to de-stress a situation, you get to be more human. Take it from me, I spent so much of my early career trying so hard to be taken seriously. I was as uptight as they come. And it was really tough because I have this crazy sense of humor and I was always afraid to let it show. I thought it might make me seem less respectable and that I had less integrity. But nothing goes further to show your integrity than to let somebody know, somebody who's already struggling, that you've walked in their shoes. And not only are you there to give them the old pep talk and help them out, but you're going to show them and demonstrate just how silly your situation was, just how boneheaded some of the decision-making skills you had at a younger age were, and let them know the world's not going to end because they made a mistake. Humanizing yourself as a manager goes a long way, and a sense of humor is a fabulous way to do that. I'd love to hear your stories about how you employ humor in the workplace. Till next time.